Hello everyone, my name is Jeff, and this is the Zombieland Saga episode 4 review. With me as always are Coby and Torie.
How come Coby's always first?
Oh yeah, first billing, son.
Because he was here first.
Ha
Sorry.
Dang.
You weren't part of the original crew.
I wasn't the original.
You're just riding on our coattails
I
at this
wasn't
point.
the original nerd blazer.
No.
You're a nerd blaze apprentice.
Yeah.
I'm still an apprentice?
Mm-hmm. You gotta work your way up the ranks. You gotta nerd blaze more.
You gotta talk about a few sports animes.
Yeah, that's right.
Can I talk about my zombie animes?
Sure, I guess we can talk about
That's
zombie
like level
animes.
0.
What? Because they're dead?
Uh-huh. I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, we'll go with that. So, we're on episode 4. And as with all episodes, it begins in the fucking dungeon. And with their coach, what's her name? Kotaro. With their manager, Kotaro. Congratulating them / berating them, as usual. And telling them what the next stage of the plan is. And the next stage of the plan happens to be a performance for a pharmaceutical company. And
Yeah, it wraps up. The next stage of the plan is just one word: business.
yeah, they need that money, cash monies. And
Because they are broke.
So yeah, hopefully this partnership with the pharmaceutical company will reap in some of the dollar bills. And after that, they go to the location.
It's in the hot springs.
And yeah, everyone's excited to go to the hot springs, but Kotaru says that they're not allowed to go. But then when he drops them off, he says he's about to go sightseeing.
Where you
and
going?
drives
sightseeing?
off. Which is not...
So
Oh, go ahead.
is Kataru really controlling? Does he want these girls to listen to him, or does he not want to? Like, that's the heart. That's the big meaty question about what is Kataru's goal.
Come on, Coby, you know the goal. To save Saga,
Saga.
damn
To save
it.
Saga, yes!
Can't believe you'd forget that.
Dummy.
There was a test for you guys, and you guys passed.
Save Saga, and I don't know why Kotaru made it sound like he was sightseeing, because later on in the show, we see him actually in what appears to be
An interview or like a...
some kind of... Yeah, it's a meeting with one of the reps at the pharmaceutical company that they're performing for. So it's basically a business meeting that he's having with a hopeful partner in their venture.
To like what? To like sponsor them, right? To like be like, hey, this idol group, Franchouchou, brought to you by Saga and Zopazi.
Yeah, so apparently this pharmaceutical company is also a Saga company, and I guess it's a natural alignment. You know, both of their wishes are to see Saga grow, but I guess more specifically, the pharmaceutical company says that they want to broaden their audience to a younger group, and thus you have the pop idol group that comes in, which will, I suppose, advertise your pharmaceuticals.
It's always bad when a pharmaceutical group says they want to attract smaller, like, younger audiences. Like,
Gotta be hip with the times.
Hip with the kids, sell them those drugs.
sell them those
Hey,
patches.
you know what? Yeah,
Oh,
you know
man.
what kids love? Icy Hot. Shaq ain't doing it no more.
Actually, have you ever used Icy Hot? That stuff's pretty good.
See,
Like
you've
an icy,
been...
an icy hot
That's-
patch.
So that's why they need an idol to sell it to us.
I
Because
remember-
like we're already so ingrained with Icy Hot.
I remember when Shaquille O'Neal sold Icy Hots. You guys remember that?
He still does.
He still does?
Yeah,
Oh.
I think so.
Well, I mean, it worked, because I know Icy Hot now. Thanks, Shaq.
See, and that meeting that he had with the pharmaceutical was one of the most revealing conversations of the show, because it got into what actually his plan about, like his kind of... Kotaro seems like he has pure intentions when it comes to saving Saga, that he wants to use this to like revitalize everything and to bring it back to like what it once was.
Yeah, and I don't know what Saga's about. Like, is this an existing prefecture? Is this real? If it
I don't know.
is it poor? I don't know. I feel like if you didn't know anything about Saga, like me, or like you, then I feel like we're kind of in the dark as to why he wants to revitalize Saga so much.
Yeah.
Because we have no sense that Saga is any poorer, besides the fact that they only have like one police officer like patrolling the area. But like other than that, it seems pretty well off.
Yeah, we have no reason to believe that it's in any danger, or that there's any particular injustices, or that there's a bunch of as like a terrible economic downturn or anything like that.
I think it's interesting, Coby, that you called his intentions pure when he is kidnapped and held hostage, like
supposedly
seven
revived
young little girl. Well, not
Yeah,
they're
young
zombies,
girls.
but still they're young little girls.
You got to put that aside because he's got to save Saga. Like, I mean, that it's pure in that intention. Like, the ends justify the means.
So Kotaro is the villain essentially.
I think so.
But he's also the hero.
I
I
don't
guess
know.
if he saves Saga, then he becomes.
Yeah, if
the
he
hero.
saves Saga, then he's going to be labeled a visionary, and his methods work.
I don't know. I'm not about that. Ends justifies the means. You are the
and
villain,
I-
Coby.
Yeah.
You are gone to the dark side. You have been drawn in by Kotaro. Are you working for this guy? Are you a fucking pop star idol
he is
revived
Kotaro.
from the dead?
That you've nailed the nail on the head right there.
That'd actually be pretty good cosplay for you, man. Just wear some
Kotaro, I would be
sunglasses.
I'm sure he's going to be everywhere.
No.
But I mean,
Yeah,
his,
yeah.
His
he
costume
is.
is so
He's gonna-
basic, dude.
yeah,
And
he
it's
would
a
just
great
look like
costume.
any other anime character with
Name one
sunglasses.
other anime character that looks like that.
He kind of looks like
He has a cape?
he kind of looks like Tuxedo Mask if he wore a suit.
I don't know what that is.
Well, you should watch more Sailor Moon, okay?
Gotta watch
So-
the back to basics, Coby. Back to basics.
Back to basics. But okay, but I got the question for you because this is what really hinges the show for me because I don't know if I'm content with that being his main intention. Just like using idols to like, you know, to bring back Saga to what it once was and revitalize it. That's a pretty basic, straightforward answer. And I don't know if I've hyped it up in my head these past few episodes or if the first 2 episodes like really got me into a certain mood. Or just even the opening, making it look like there's going to be a giant monster fight at the end, even though I doubt it. But if that's his main intention, is that okay? Is that just straightforward? Because I know I'm searching for something like bigger, like there's like a deeper conspiracy here. But I guess I just got to come to accept that that's just not the show that I'm watching.
Yeah, Coby, you always seem to have these wild theories in your head, and you hope that a show goes in a certain direction, but I think that's it, man. I think that's all you're gonna get.
I mean,
But
the fact that they've never told us how they became zombies kind of sets up for the rest of the show that
It's not about that.
yeah, it's not about the intentions or the deeper inner workings of all of this. It's just straightforward. Save
But there was
Saga.
that save Saga, but there was that one joke, or you don't know if it was a joke or if it was like a hint to something bigger when they says like, aren't Japanese girls cremated?
That's true.
Yeah.
There is a mystery there, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows?
And I'm just saying I am more interested in that mystery than I am about them going to a pharmaceutical company and performing. But I guess we'll get into that as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
continue on with your recap.
We should talk about the rest of the plot. So yeah, basically, the girls when they land in this I forgot the name of the prefecture that they landed, but essentially, instead of going straight to practice, they themselves go off and relax a bit and go sightseeing and all that.
Because Kotaro's an idiot and doesn't think that, one, little girls are just going to go off on their own and have fun. You know, it's like that song, you know, girls just want to have fun. Yeah.
Cyndi Lauper.
Two, they've never, like, he just literally just dropped them off at the front of this location that they've never been to. They don't know who they're supposed to meet, what they're supposed to do. Like, he didn't even walk them in and show
He
them.
has the sights to see. He needs to see those sights.
No.
No.
All right, Coby, that's getting old. You can't do that anymore. Come up with actual arguments now.
Okay.
It's just his methods, they don't make sense. In one hand, he wants them to save Saga, save Saga, save Saga. The other times, he lets them just do willy-nilly whatever they want so they can go, you know, walk around the town or do whatever. And it's just like, is he for real?
Well, he's crazy. We have to remember he's a crazy person. We cannot assume that whatever he does is logical, or even that his plan is going to work, or even that it's a smart idea. So with that in mind, him doing stupid stuff is in character, I think. His lack of foresight in knowing that these girls would immediately go do fun stuff while he himself drove off and said to go sightseeing, I think is just an example of him being stupid.
Okay.
So we should expect him to be a random character for the rest of the show, and whenever. And any strokes of genius are, I think, luck.
Accidental.
Yeah.
I think that he has a plan for all of this, and I will get into that more at the end.
So yeah, so basically they go off, they have fun. They have a nice little conversation while they're having foot baths about, can they do this? And the answer is yes, they can, or at least they're going to try to. And then there's a little joke where in the middle of Kotaro's business meeting, he's all like, yeah, I'm sure they're practicing right now, as the pop idol group walks right past the window in the middle of their meeting. So that's a little joke for you. Speaking of jokes, I think this episode was sort of light on them, except for that one instance at the very end, which I'll talk about.
Yeah, it was funnier than last week's episode for sure, but I think it's definitely like not as funny as the first two episodes.
Yeah, and I'm afraid we're kind of losing that quality from the first episodes. I hope that, because honestly, yeah, if it's just a story about them being a pop idol group, then there's really nothing for me in the show anymore.
Yeah.
What really brought me in was the zombified antics and the unexpectedness of it all. But yeah,
and that is my issue here, because like throughout this episode until like the very end where it turns into like a gag about them being zombies, them being zombies didn't really factor into the story all that much. It wasn't a vital part of it until the ending, where what you set up and you think is going to happen actually ends up happening. Like, oh, I hope these zombies, we shouldn't go to the hot spring, someone might see us. And then, it's like, oh, then someone sees zombies at the hot spring. And like, that's it. Like, there's nothing deeper there. I guess if it's supposed to be lighthearted, it works, but I just don't know if I find that very interesting.
Yeah, and we like all the zombie gags and stuff, but in this case, it was to be expected. Like, oh, let's go to the bathhouse. No, someone will see us. No one's gonna see us. Someone saw them. But the other times, the zombie gags were kind of more random or out of the blue. Like someone's head pops off in the middle of a concert, or someone jumps. Tay jumps into the middle of the crowd and starts eating somebody. Like, it's a little bit more unexpected and a little bit more...
It's unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen next.
Yeah, you're on the edge of your feet like, oh, what's going to happen? Instead of this lady just screaming around, walking around with all the zombie girls staring at her. Oh.
Yeah, so we skipped around a lot. Essentially, I mean, there's not really much to say. But basically, they do the concert for the pharmaceutical company, and they advertise their product, which is basically like an icy hot thing.
And they just slap it on random people.
They slap it on people, even though it says on the box. Apparently, like, slapping it on someone else is like only a doctor could do that. So I guess it's illegal. But obviously, they don't care about that.
I learned something, yeah.
And then there's a little warning message on top. Like, I don't know what it said, but I should have paused it.
I paused it, and it said, like, be advised. It's like, because it basically said, because it's a zombie, it's okay. But like a human putting it on another human is, you can't do, because that counts as practicing medicine.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, yeah.
How are you supposed to get it on your back then?
I guess
you need a doctor to do it.
You need a doctor to do it. But see, and this is one of those things where I guess my expectations were a bit too high. Because I was thinking there was going to be some side effect to the zombies using the product.
I thought that was going to factor in somehow.
I thought it was going to like make their skin blow up or something. Too hot.
Now, and now I want to get, because like the only way I can really get into the show at this time is to think like in broader terms, because and about like where the show is going, and if it's not just a straightforward simple story. So if I think about it in those terms, there are two instances that I'm thinking about that makes me think there's something larger at work here. It's like one where the girls break out the first time and you hear her screaming, and it cuts to Kotaru and he's like smiling in the bathhouse. It's like he wanted that to happen. Like this was a piece of his plan that he knew was going to be the case. And that frames Kotaru as not an idiot, but as someone who wants a zombie outbreak to happen, that wants people to be aware of zombies. And I don't know if he wants to pair with this pharmaceutical company, the one with icy hot patches that make you feel really, really, really good, that wash away all pain and wash away, everything, as like some sort of nefarious weapon of some sort. That is what I'm thinking at the moment. And I know I'm swinging for the fences here, but I just got to believe that there's a bigger plan.
I think you're going to be disappointed, Coby. Again. I didn't see that look as him thinking this was a larger part of his own plan. I just thought it was just like one of those looks where you look at something that's unexpected and you don't know what to do, so you just stare. That's what I took it as. Nothing special.
Do you smile at unexpected situations?
If it's funny, yeah.
So Kotaro thinks it's funny that this little girl got shot.
Or like when he heard like the girl was screaming
Yeah.
and when he was in the bathhouse and and like he heard them, he's like, yes, like he knew he was going to do that, which frames his things of like, I'm just going to drop you off here and go, or don't go into the bathhouse, but I'm not going to really stop you if you really want to, or even like leave the house if you want to. Like, I don't care. That this is part of his plan. Something zombie related.
See, the shot, I perceived that shot of him. You mean the one where he's in the sauna, right?
Yeah, in the sauna,
Yeah.
And like it's right after the old lady discovers the zombies and she
I
starts
think that
screaming
was
through
just
the house.
a completely unrelated shot. I think, to me, it looked like he was just gritting his teeth because it was super hot. And it was just like, oh, he's stuck in the sauna, therefore he can't hear what's going on outside because he's concentrating on staying inside that sauna.
Yeah, and what I'm sad about is that could easily be the case, and I'm probably reading too much into it. But I just, a man can dream.
Just write your own anime, Coby.
Shit.
Just gotta meet some anime artists.
So,
And that's it.
So the music, nothing really else happens here at the moment. They sing the same song again, so it looks like we are getting away from different genres.
They sing the same song, and they use that weird 3D animation that they used in the last episode. And I was so disappointed when I saw that again. I literally groaned when I saw it. I was like, "Damn it! Is this it? This must be it then, huh? They're gonna lean full tilt to the pop idol thing and not explore any other genres, which is a shame."
It's a shame if they're not doing any genres, but it's like if they're trying to break apart every episode, it's like one is like the guerrilla warfare, and the other's like, I guess like this one's just like business, or like pimping yourself out, or like working with partners. And then next week looks like another advertisement of some sort.
Yeah, some sort of.
So
baseball.
I don't know if he's trying to recruit more partners, or I don't know.
We'll just have to wait and see. Overall, though, I'm not a fan of this episode either. Probably it's on the same level as the last week's episode. What about you guys?
Yeah, it seems like they're all gonna be this level, maybe. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I think I liked it a little bit more. Like, I think it was better than last week's episode, but it still has not matched the high of the first or second episode, and I don't think we'll ever match that high of that awesome rap battle again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, is there anything else you guys want to add?
Nope.
No, I think I'm good.
All right, Coby, do you want to close us out then?
Sure, you've heard this review on Nerd Blaze. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. We'll be back next week for another exciting episode of Zombieland Saga. But maybe you guys disagree with us. Maybe you guys like this more than we did as our excitement begins to wane. Tell us why we're wrong, please. But yeah, we'll be back next week. Thank you all very much.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
See ya.